Hola, me llamo David. Hace 2 semanas yo acabo 1000 horas de input comprensible. Welcome to the video. Some of my topics will be all over the place today, so I apologize up front. So I have always been very conservative keeping track of my hours. So if I watch a video, I always round down to the nearest minute. Or if I'm watching a TV sitcom like Extra, which runs 24 or 25 minutes, I will only count 12 minutes toward my comprehensible input. And the same thing doing crosstalk. If I do crosstalk for an hour, I'll just write that down as 30 minutes of comprehensible input, since I'm talking half the time and my Spanish friend is talking the other half the time. So I've been very conservative in accumulating these 1,000 hours. At 600 hours on Pablo's roadmap from Dreaming Spanish, he says that I should be able to understand a patient Spanish speaker who is talking directly to me. I feel I am now at this point, especially when doing crosstalk, because I can understand most of what the Spanish speaker is saying to me. But even though I'm at 1,000 hours, I'm still not comfortable having daily conversations in Spanish, which is what Pablo's roadmap says I should be at right now. I started doing crosstalk back in January, a month ago, for the first time. Emotionally, it's been a real boost to me because I can understand 80 to 90% of what my Spanish partner is saying. So to me, this proves that comprehensible input really does work. I highly recommend doing crosstalk with a Spanish partner. I find that sometimes I forget words in English, and yet I remember them in Spanish. The other day I opened the refrigerator, and when I looked at a container of butter, the first word that came into my head was mantequilla, and not butter. Butter came in second. One of the reasons that I'm studying Spanish is to improve the neuroplasticity of my brain as I get older. I understand there are studies that indicate bilingual people have less chance of getting dementia as they get older. My mom had dementia, so anything that I can do to grow new brain cells is a good thing. On the topic of reading, I'm getting better at reading in Spanish. I'm doing less translating in my head now into English. I just read the Spanish words and understand them. I found it difficult finding books to read that are easy enough for me. Some of the easy Spanish readers are really not that easy, at least the ones that I found. I did buy a couple of parallel text readers where English will be on one side of the page and Spanish on the other side. That way, if I'm lost, I can just glance over and get the gist of what's going on in English. So I finished this book already, and I highly recommend this. The stories really kept my interest, although I didn't like the translations into English from the Spanish. I thought in most cases I could do a better job translating from the Spanish into English than the author did in the book. I found a parallel text version of the Bible online. It's called YouVersion, and I've been reading the Gospel of Luke. Since I know the story and the message, it's fairly easy to read the Gospels for me. I use ChatGPT to estimate the number of words in each of the Gospels. When I'm reading now, I've been counting time or minutes that I read still and not the number of words. I don't know if this is correct or not, but when I start reading, I look at the clock, and then when I finish a reading session, I check the time, and that's what I put down for my comprehensible input time for reading. I often watch Spanish videos, especially the advanced ones, with the subtitles on. And I'm doing this so I can see what the words are that I'm hearing. Especially when words like Historia, I'm not sure if there's a leading H or things like that. In some ways, doing this feels like I'm reading an audiobook. I am watching some advanced Dreaming Spanish videos now, especially the ones that interest me. The ones I find difficult, I'm turning on the subtitles so I can see the words as they scroll by, and I believe this helps. Other than that, I've been watching all the Dreaming Spanish videos that interest me. Pablo had some great ideas in his New Year's video 2024. I think it was like the 2nd or 3rd of January when he published it. He talks about using VPN to get access to videos in other countries that normally would be blocked. I know that the Opera browser comes with a free VPN included, so I've been looking into that. In that video, he also talks about how to use ChatGPT to do crosstalk with. And he gives some prompts to use with ChatGPT in order to do crosstalk. He also tells how to set up a YouTube channel in Spanish so that all the videos you see will be in Spanish. So those are 3 great tips that he published recently in one of his videos. Sometimes when I watch a video in English, I turn on the Spanish subtitles, and it's amazing the number of words that I understand reading the subtitles in Spanish. So in summary, I'm happy with what I've achieved so far. Being able to understand intermediate videos and being able to understand advanced videos when I'm using subtitles. On the other hand, I thought at this stage I would be able to speak more easily and that the language would start to emerge on its own, but it hasn't happened yet. I know that learning a language is a long process, and I'm in it for the long haul. Thanks for watching my videos, and thank you for all the helpful comments. Nos vemos a las 1100 horas. Hasta luego.